the Peacock kit is here, and I'm going to show it to you. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the papers from the kit together and start a 2-signature journal. That happens at 15 minutes. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie. I have the Peacock kit, which is an actual physical kit, and it's available now in the Dear Julie Etsy shop. And so I thought I'd come on here real quick, show you what's in it. There are only 8 of them available. So you're going to get some noisy paper. And then this is the inspiration for this kit, was these beautiful file folders that I had found at the Ben Franklin in Ojai, and I bought these to make these kits, and they are beautiful and double-sided. So you get one of those file folders and then all of this, and it is amazing. So you get some of the teal sparkly tulle, a Peacock napkin. It has 4 images on it for you. This piece of ribbon, so you get twice that amount with all those peacock feathers, and this beautiful piece of ribbon. You get some blue tickets, some blue playing cards, actually they're teal, these sparkly peacock tail stickers, and these opalescent stickers. I think those are going to be beautiful in this. This is my kit. I'm going to actually be making a journal just using this kit, and I will be videotaping all of it. If you want to follow along and make a journal, this is the kit to do it, because I will only be using items from this, and then like some copy paper and possibly some more lace, things that you would probably be able to find. You get 3 of the little calendars. You know, I like to use these to make embellishments. You get these 3 arrow stickers, a little bit of paisley tissue that just made me think peacock, these index cards, 3 of these tags, this note paper with the dragonfly, because you know the peacock has probably got some friends, and then this beautiful peacock card. Okay, so it's got the beautiful peacock there and on the envelope, and then look at the inside of the envelope. And that is, it goes all the way down. It does not come out the sides, but you could go ahead and, you know, I will probably take my envelope apart and make another envelope out of it, but we'll see. And then you get the card and envelope that matches the file folder. Okay, so that is your card and envelope that matches the file folder. And then you get the mosaic card as well. Okay, and an envelope for that. You get this napkin, also has 4 images. Okay, so I will go ahead and in the description box, I will put the links to the Peacock journal that I made a few years ago, as well as the link to the Dear Julie digital kit that's called Peacock Feathers. You are, you know, those are available that is available in the Etsy shop. And also the Pansies digital kit is going to match this kit really well. Okay, so you can see with the file folder, the Pansy digital kit will go along with that as well. So, and I'll be using that probably. Okay. So here is some of the note paper. These were paisley with, they looked like feathers to me, so I added those. The miracles are all around us with the blue flowers, and this was one of my mom's notepads. And then we have a striped napkin that I just thought was really cool. I love stripes, so I thought that would be really fun to have that. Some more teal note paper. You get a Rolodex with the glossy cover, 2 of the little green cards, the blue note paper, the hydrangea note paper, the paisley calendar pages. You actually get, there's another doily. There's a big white doily as well. Well, I'm going to put it in here, and if we, well, no, I'm not. Doilies are not here. Doily box is gone. Okay. Well, there's also a white doily. You get somewhere on this, everybody's hearts will be different, but you get 2 hearts. And these note papers, which I also thought they are birds, but I think that they'll match really well. A piece of ledger paper, 2 pieces of the computer copy paper. You get 3 of each of these colors of the Astrobites paper. You know, that paper's a little bit thicker than regular copy paper. It's really nice. You get this. I picked that because of that. And then you get this one, and I picked this one because of the color. You also get one that you'll be able to use as a note, like a journal card. You get 3 guest checks, and I picked this one because it matches with the blue and the green. 2 of the green papers, 4 of the things to do lists, these 2 Peacock papers. This one, the front of it had a peacock on it, but it doesn't have a peacock on the inside. But there's some more note papers and some more. And one with a little purple butterfly. You get a bakery bag. You get one of my favorite things to use, the photo album pages. You're going to get this card, and you can just leave it flat if you want. It can be cut up into be tags, or it could be a page. You get a small ledger. You get 2 of the small note papers. These are from out of composition books, so they open out and you get the full page. So 2 side-by-side line pages, 2 side-by-side graph papers. Okay, so 2 side-by-side graph papers. You get some children's lined paper. I like this one because it's got the extra line in there. It's I really like that paper for journaling for myself. You get a piece of graph paper. You get another noisy paper. This one has a little bit of a sheen to it. Everybody gets a coloring page. They're all different, and they're double-sided, but you'll all get a coloring page from an adult coloring book. And then also, I didn't put it in here, but I'm going to be giving some wire. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out because I'll do green wire. I've got the black. I'm going to put the gold on the table, but I'm going to do green because this is the end of my gold. So I'm going to do green wire, and then you get your goodie bag. And your goodie bag it starts off with a striped full-size washi and a polka dot full-size washi. That's the findings bag. We'll do that in a minute. And then we get ribbons. So we get this with the gold dots. We get this little fringy one. We get this pretty green one. We get this green one. Get a lot of this green one. Okay. You get a little purple flower, but you get a lot of this green one. And you get this little piece of lace. And this little charm. That should be in with the findings. And you get this little piece. This makes me think of a peacock tail, so that's why it's in here, okay? I know it's strange, but I thought, you know what? Put a little fingernail polish on that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to play with it because it's part of the kit. We'll see what my brain comes up with. You get some of this ribbon and some of this. You get some of the double-sided lace. You get a light colored flower. Let's see, you get blue bling. Okay, blue bling. And you get this eyelash trim. And you get your green bling. So blue bling and green bling. And this sheer ribbon. So all those ribbons and laces. And then you get a peacock tail doily piece. Okay, peacock tail doily piece. Yay. And the little medallion that also reminded me of a peacock tail. So I put it in there. And then there was enough of these extra pieces to give everybody a piece, but I thought we could just stick that on a tag, that would be awesome. So this is the findings little bag, and you get the bag, and you get this charm that is a leaf, or it could be a peacock tail. You just never know what I might turn it into. You get paper clips. I'm looking around to see if I have like a little bowl. So you get 2 green, a blue, and 2 of the regular. Okay, so you get 5 paper clips. Then you get butterfly sequins. I think there's 4 of them. So there's a green, a light green, a dark green, a purple, and a blue. So you get those butterflies. And then let's go ahead and... Okay, so there's a bulb pin in there. So you get 2 bulb pins so that you can make charms, or you can add a tassel or whatever. You're going to get 2 of these teal pearly beads. You get 1 of these faceted, really pretty, makes me think of a peacock bead. And you get another one that's a little smaller, and it's already ready to just be stuck on a bulb pin. And there you go. Then you get 6 of the green and 6 of the blue heart eyelets. So all of that, and comes in this kit. It's available now while they last in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop. That's Dear Julie Julie, all one word. I'll link it in the description box down below. Again, if you're not going there, do go check out some of the Peacock videos from a couple years ago. I used napkins, I used fabric, I used junk to make the Peacock journal that I made a couple years ago. It was one of the first actual junk journals that I'd made. I'd done this kind of thing forever, or for a long time, but I didn't know that it had a name. So do check that out. And again, watch, because we will be making items with this, and we can go ahead and start right now. The first thing I would do is get a box to put all this in, and so I'm gonna have to do that. Find a box that I can fit all this particular Peacock stuff in. Okay, so I'm going to make a single signature journal. And you know what? I'm going to make a 2 signature journal with a hardcover, because otherwise I won't be able to fit all this stuff in it. So, but we'll start with some paper. So what would we use? I'm going to pull out the papers that I would use to put in the journal to start with. And so I'm pulling out all of these pieces. This is what I would do. To start off, I would go, oh yeah, I looked through and I know there's all those pieces of paper, and I would pull them out and have them separate and ready. You only get one of these. This was the top of the whole thing, so that if the cat walked across my box, yeah, because, you know, the cats, they rule, right? You have cats. Do yours rule? Or do they drool? No. Okay, so we're going to put this to the side here. Put these up here. And I'm going to put all of the other into the folder. Okay, so remember, you're also going to get a little bit of wire and a washer. So wire and washer also going to come in that kit. So I'm going to put all the little pages in here, all the little papers, the napkins, all of that, and I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to go ahead and leave that on the desk so I remember. Okay, so now I know that this paper is bigger, so what I'm going to do is I am going to just turn it into, it's going to become a pocket in my journal. Okay, and what I'm thinking is one journal will have that pocket, one journal, one signature, and one signature is going to have this. Okay, and then I have these pages, and so I like to do a little bit of creative folding with these, and I'm going to go ahead, these are computer copy paper, these right here, and I'm going to go ahead and fold one like this, and that'll go in one signature. I like my signatures to be similar but different, just so that the colors they go through. I'm going to go ahead and fold one of these in half, because then I can use that as a template. Okay, so what I want to do is I want one almost full page. Okay, so see this? I'm going to go ahead and mark this right here. And I know that as long as the other page that I'm going to flip, okay, so there's my regular, and I'm going to flip it this way. Okay, so that's going to give me a flip. Okay, so I have a flip page and a pocket page. And I have 2 plain pages. And I will be using, probably using a cereal box for this. Okay, so I'm going to save this because that will give me paper to make other elements and help me to have the color go throughout. I'm going to go ahead and do that again. I'm going to fold one page up and give me a pocket. Actually, I'll give me two pockets. Okay, we're gonna do 2 pockets, one for each. Okay, so there's a pocket. And you see I'm using this other one as a guide. I want to make sure that I don't go below my 8.5 mark, 8.5 inches mark. And I really don't want to bring out another okay, so the other thing that will happen if you purchase this kit, you will also be getting into a Facebook group that has a few exclusive one-page digitals that we'll be using. Okay, so okay, then again, I'm going to take this one and put it in my file folder over here. Okay, so just so you know, you have that option, not option, but when you purchase, you're going to get an invitation to a Facebook group that has some special things in it. Okay, so let's see. Now we know that they're each going to get a graph paper. And they're each going to get a lined paper. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save my graph paper because I am, actually, we'll go ahead and just cut a piece off for our template. So that should be plenty big enough for a template. Right there. Okay, so you can use this graph paper for a template. I cut off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half squares. So if you're following along, I cut off a piece with 13 and a half squares, and that is going to be my template. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Okay, so I have children's paper, children's lined paper, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out blue. So I have a template, and this is another way that you can use your template. If you just want to make sure that your paper is, you know, going to be within your guide, I'm going to go ahead and just, I can fold it there, okay, and I know that this side is going to be fine, and this side's going to be too big, and I'm going to go ahead and flip that one. Okay, so now I know that, okay, so this one had a flip of the copy paper. So I'm going to put this flip up here, and I am going to use this and make a pocket. Okay, so we have the flip and we have another pocket. And this one's going to go, and this one is a small page. They're both kind of small. Okay, so this one lives here. We have our ledger paper. Now, I like to put my ledger paper in the front, and I am going to, I like to cut this off right here. Okay. This will go into my folder. And then I know that it's just going to be a little bit too long. Just a little bit too long. So the other thing you can do is leave the top and cut part off the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and cut it at 35. So just the black mark under 35. And cut across. Now, in my last little journal, I made that a flip down, and that worked out really, really well. I'm going to put that in my folder. Okay, so I do have Little Ledger. So Little Ledger is going to go, okay, so this one had, which one had the blue? So this one has the blue, so it's going to get Little Ledger, because this is, Big Ledger is going to be, because Big Ledger is bigger. And, let me see, yeah, we can go ahead and fold this in half. Now you can, rather than cut the edges, you can go ahead and make this a pocket if you'd like, but that's how I'm going to do that. Okay, so now I have this. And I'm going to add that to that one. And I have this one. And let me see. Make sure it's not too big if I fold it in half. Don't think it is. Nope. Okay, so and everybody's coloring page is going to be a little different. So that gives us that. And then we have this noisy paper, and I am going to rip this in half. Okay. I'm going to fold it and rip it, and that will give me a page for each one. Okay, so if you're following along, we're going to go ahead and, well, I'm going to cut that because that's not going to work. I'm going to cut it. So what do you think? Should we use the, if you're still here, please tell me, should we use the file folder for the cover? Or should we use it for tags and things? Now remember, we have two pieces of it, so, but I'm curious, what do you think? Okay, so now on your, these pages, okay, so you're going to want to fold them. They are a little bit too long. And if you use the right side of your cutter, you can pull out the measurer. I guess they call that a ruler, right? Measurer. Okay. So, 8.5 is where I'm going to cut this. And that way I've got that. Oh, that's the scoring piece. Okay, I'm going to take that and put it in my folder with all my papers. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and mark this at, actually I'm going to cut it at 5.5. No, 5 1/4. I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4, and that way I can put it anywhere within the signature and not worry about if there's creep. Okay, so 5 1/4. I have this. I'm going to cut all these at, well, first we'll cut the 8.5 because that's how tall we're going to be. Okay, I'm going to put that one in my thing. And then on this one, I'm going to go ahead, come in and mark it at 5 1/4. So just making a little mark. And then there's my little mark. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to fold out one page. There's my mark. Okay, and I'm going to bring it in just a little bit so that it, no matter what, if it ends up on the edge. There we go. Okay, so this is the composition book page, graph page, and I'm going to flip one this way. Okay, and I'm going to flip the other one in the other direction. Okay, so we cut one, we flipped one. And we're saving that because we want all those together. So that goes into this pile. So now we have this full signature pile right here. I'm going to take and put this full signature of papers inside one of the other papers. And then come back to it. Okay. So if you're following along, you could easily go and get yourself all these types of papers and be following along here. I'm going to start with these two papers because I know we have to cut them. And just like I did last time, I'm going to put this under so that I'm going to cut. So I'm going to make sure this has a good fold. I'm going to cut this at 8 1/2. Cutting at 8 1/2. Putting that in my box. And then cutting this at 5 1/4. And I kept the other one out because I'm going to probably want to make a little notebook. And with these, and if they're all together, it just makes it much easier. I go, oh, I've got all those, and I can make a notebook out of it. So there you go. Okay, so that gives me that page. And then this one, remember, we're going to cut it at 8 1/2. So the binding seam is right here where the strings were holding this into the composition book. They're up here against this edge. Go ahead and cut. Put that in my folder. Come over here, and that binding edge is here. I'm going to put it at 5 1/4, and I'm going to mark it. Okay, and then I can put this away, right? Yeah. Okay, so make sure it's marked. It's marked. Go ahead and you want to have it straight here up on your one edge and then fold it down. Then you can fold it over and do the same thing in the other direction. Okay, so there is that for both of those. Fold this in half. And so this is our other half. So I am going to stop this right here, and I will tell you this is going to get folded. Okay, so, and what you do is, you see on here, I have folded it. It's already folded in your package if you purchase this. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to fold it with this folded here. I'm going to fold this on the right side of those little marks. Okay, And I do that to make sure that there's enough room for that one piece to fold in. Okay, then we fold it down. There we go. So when this is in the journal, this becomes the seam right here on the left side. Well, because these are going to be down at the bottom. So right there. And then that will give enough room for this one to flap in and flap out. Okay? So there you go. We have our 2 signatures worth of papers already. And I hope that you followed along. If you're still here, say, I followed along. It's kind of fun to see who stays and who actually watches the whole videos. I'm enjoying that. I hope you are too. And you just never know when I might sneak a little special something out there for you. So, here you go. Da-dum. So I have my 2 signatures already. You know what? Let's go ahead and put the blue on the outside of both of them. So I haven't done a whole lot of using bright colors in my journals, but I really think that a Peacock journal is a place that you can do that. They're so flamboyant and then some, that I just think that these bright colors are going to be beautiful and amazing in here. So I'm pretty excited to have them in here. Okay, I'm like going, oh, it's in the wrong direction. There we go. Oh, this one didn't get folded. When you see things sticking out, it's like, oh, that could be a problem. Okay. So, oh, we were going to count pages. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that right there in that signature, that's 44 pages. Now, I usually put things together, you know, and flip, you know, so that there's probably going to be, you know, closer to 41 or 42. But we'll see. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 also. And what I'm doing there is I'm counting papers. Okay, counting papers. And each paper has 4 sides. So I have 11 papers, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So I'm going, okay, 11 times 44. That is going to be fine because I know that one of the papers that's in here is like this paper, but that noisy paper, it's in the other one. That one's probably not going to get like any embellishments on it, and I've been better about not embellishing as much. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the description box for the link to this kit, as well as to videos of the Peacock journal that I made a couple years ago. Have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye.